Hello. Meet my new puppy, Scotty. I got him 4 months ago, and he's going to help introduce my topic of how to get your home ready for a new puppy. The first thing that I'm going to talk to about today is kind of the main things that you need for every dog that you would have in your home. Some of the basics include food. To have some with me, you can choose pretty much any type of food that you want. I like to go with Science Diet. It's a little more expensive, but it's better for your dog. So kind of keep that in mind. If your dog's bigger, they might need more food or bigger food and more of it more times a day. So that's a consideration to take. Another thing is food and water bowls. I don't have mine with me, but those can be pretty basic, again, depending on how big or small your dog is. Depends on what type of bowl you want to have. Another thing would be a crate. This is the crate I have because my dog obviously is very small. For some dogs that are at home for longer periods of time, you might want a really big cage, and in that case, they can stay in there longer, but a crate, normally they can only stay in there for a few hours. Another thing, obviously, is a collar. I have an Iowa State one because I'm an Iowa State fan. Lots of people like to personalize these, but you just have to make sure it has a really good thing for your leash to go on there, and so your dog doesn't run away. And then finally, you're going to want a leash. Again, this is up to you. For a smaller dog, I think retractables are okay, which is what I use. But normally when it's a bigger dog, you'll want maybe even a rope or something a little more fortified. Next, I'd just like to talk about puppy-proofing your home, which is actually a pretty big deal. I like to use baby gates, which really help confine your dog to smaller areas, start them out small, and then maybe grow and expand into your home when they can handle it, because a lot of them like to chew on carpet. So that leads me to putting up your valuable items so that your dog can't chew on them. Lots of dogs like shoes, which I found out the hard way. And then also carpet cleaner, because while you're potty training, they're going to have a lot of messes. So just a few things to keep in mind that you might not have thought of past the basics. And now I'd just like to talk a lot about socializing your dog. You got to make sure you play with them a lot. Make sure that you have the time available to play with your dog, otherwise you probably won't want to get one. Spend a lot of quality time with your dog, play with them a lot like I said, and then take them on long walks to help keep them exercised and tire them out. And finally, just show your dog lots of love and praise, otherwise they won't ever be trained the way that you want them to be trained. So in conclusion, I hope that you were able to take away just a few things about having a dog and some considerations you might want to think about. Just as a final thing, you got to have the basics, food and water, and then also baby gates or carpet cleaner if you think that's going to be a problem for you. And then also just make sure you love and care for your puppy a lot. So thank you for listening today. Yay!